Market update time. Let's get straight into it. Do not place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video today, because trading is risky and it can cause substantial financial loss. There are so many areas you need to become good at to become a good trader. Emotional mastery, chart reading, trading systems, money and trade management. So this video is just educational only to help you become a much better trader. Hey traders, I've just recorded the video walking you through the power reversal method. This is amazing and help you identify when the market is likely to change trends. So click on the box above that says Power Reversal to get access now. Alrighty traders, so let's get straight into this market update. Let's actually go here. Pretty much a nothing day. I wasn't going to do a market update today because it's pretty much a nothing day across the board. But I want to follow on from what I was talking about yesterday about how I see a pullback coming in the market. Now, let me explain a few reasons. Let me share with you the reasons why I'm saying that I see a pullback coming in the market. I don't know if it's going to be a hard crack or something big's going to come out in the markets, but the charts are showing, the charts are saying we're likely to get a big pull. We're likely to get at least a decent pullback. Do you know what I mean? A decent pullback could mean like 50% retracement of this up move. So anyway, guys, let me share something with you. The first thing I want to share with you guys is that whatever goes up really quickly like this, generally what happens, it'll peter out for a while. Peter out. What does that mean? It'll slow down. It'll slow down and then we'll get a sharp pullback. So if something goes up really quickly, then it'll start to come down. And I'll share with you what I mean here. Let me go have a look at... let's go to the indexes, and I want to share this with you. So let me go down to Bitcoin here for a minute, and I want to share with you what I mean here. As you can see with Bitcoin, I did a video up here in June saying don't buy Bitcoin. You can see Bitcoin's really starting to take off. I said I did a video probably a couple weeks ago, around here somewhere. I said that Bitcoin's on its way to $1,000. But anyway, back here when the market shot up so quickly like that, so fast. Whenever the market shoots up so quickly like that, guys, hear me out, okay? Hear me out. Whenever the market shoots up so quickly like that, we generally get a fast snapback, right? Because the market has just gone way off. And as you can see here, right, look at that. Just shoop, straight up and then a fast snapback. And guys, this is predictable behavior when you start to see it in the charts. Right, and it doesn't matter. Go have a look at any financial bubble. All right, any financial bubble. Let's go have a look at. Let's go have a look here. Right, let's go have a look at the the Shanghai index. As you know the Shanghai index, the China market's already had a big bubble. Right, but as you can see, look at this market here. Right, it is just absolutely just gone vertical, and you can see here, right, it went vertical through there. And had a nice pullback, and then we had another nice run up, and look at that there, and then snap back really hard. Now, yes, that's over many months, and I know that, but you can see what's going on through there, right? And especially if you bring up like to a weekly chart, you can really see the evidence, right? Whenever something goes up vertically like that, that's when most people are jumping on, and then the market crashes. So I wanted to share that with you. And I want to share that with you in the eyes of what I'm seeing right now on the charts, okay? So just bear with me for a minute. If you have a look at what's happening right now, you can see that we have just had such a vertical move up. And in fact, if I bring up the line chart on the Dow Jones, you'll be able to see that. You'll be able to see this massive line chart that runs right up, and you can see just a massive spike up like that. Now, whenever that happens, guys, as you've seen, generally means we're gonna get a hard and fast snapback really quickly, and to me, it has like a 90% probability of a hard and fast snapback. It has like a 10% probability of this just continuing up. Right now, the market's getting everyone long and just staying there, and then before you know it, we're gonna get a crack. So that's the first thing I do see, guys. Okay. Now, it is this move here, and I want to share something with you, okay? This move here is so much more steeper. When you get, let me show you here. When you get a vertical move like that, okay? When that happens, generally speaking, as you can see here, right? We had a strong move up and a little sideways movement. But then we had another strong move up, and then we had this pullback. But generally, when we get a hard and fast runner like that, generally speaking, what will happen is the market will have a hard and fast snapback. Now, No one knows what's going to happen through there, but there's a few other things that's telling me the reason why this is happening. Now, sometimes the market will go up, it'll stair step, it'll go up, it'll stair step, it'll go up, it'll stair step, it'll go up, it'll stair step, like that. That's just slowly stair stepping up, right? There's not much to it. But whenever the market runs up really, really quickly like this, guys, I believe, this is my opinion, I believe we're getting ready for a snap back pretty quickly. Something's about to hit the market here. So, really, really, really interesting to see what's going on through there. Now, that's what I'm seeing through there, guys, on the charts itself. Okay, so we're getting that sort of action. When the market has a big run up, we're due for a pullback anyway. So let me go and show you my other indicators that I like to look at, probably every day, and I want to share something with you. Again, this is the chart here, and let me just open up these indicators here a bit more, and I want to share something with you. I've got this top indicator is my stochastics. This bottom indicator is my RSI. Okay, we don't need to worry about volume too much. So let me just minimize volume, and let me see if I can just make these two indicators a lot bigger than they are. All right, and I'm just going to squeeze it up. So let's have a look at this here. You can see, guys, you can see how fast this has run up through here, and every time we've gotten up the top here, we've generally speaking, especially if it's run up like that really quickly, we get a hard and fast snapback. And these top points up here, as you can see, were turning points in the markets. It doesn't happen every time, but the probability is like 80 times it's going to work, 20 times not. But with that, guys, goes inside with this here. Look at this here. Look at this RSI at the top, at this top here as well. And plus, it had another top point through there. That didn't quite get to the top, and now we've got this RSI starting to just slowly roll over. So now we've gotten two of the overbought, oversold indicators, guys, and you can see these, generally speaking, especially with the RSI. Let me actually see if I can just change that to just like a square frame. All right, cool. So you can see, guys, every time the RSI gets in the oversold section, look at that. That was that point through there. And we had that point through there, and that was that point through there. And we had a nice run up. Look at this, a nice run up, but we had basically another one through there, and then the market sort of, and again, it didn't crash, but we had a pullback, right? We had almost one through here, and we had that point through there. But look where we are right now, and look where we are right now. So what's the likelihood? Again, we may get a little bit more upward movement, but what's the likelihood of it actually going down? Very high, right? Very, very high, especially when we get into these extreme levels. And you can see this low point through here was that low point through there. This low point through here, and that was that low point through there. And you can see, right? You can see on this RSI, look at this here. We had this divergence. We had this double bottom and price action, but we had this RSI starting to build a lot of strength. And then the market took off. The reason I'm sharing that with you is because it's something I'm seeing in the silver and gold market as well. Okay, so you can see what I'm seeing there right now by looking at the Dow Jones. So firstly, guys, I go with the price action. Okay, I'll go with the price action, and I say, what is the price doing? Because without price, forget indicators. I don't care, 10% indicators. But I'm trying to get a bit of an edge of what's actually going on right now, and you can start to see what's actually going on as well too. Now, coupled that with volume. Volume has been tapering off ever since the market as this market's been going up, the volume's been going down. We haven't had a supportive volume going with it. All right. So let's go have a look at, say, the S&P 500 now. And the S&P 500, a similar thing, but the S&P 500, what do we have here? We have, as you can see, let me just draw that through there. You know that the S&P 500 is still at the underlay, yippa. I've lost it. We know that the S&P 500 has now come up and hit this underlying side of this trend line, right? So it's still the area of resistance. That's what's happening there on the on this weekly chart, and obviously on the daily chart as well too. So that being said, but look what the overall sentiment is showing as well too, right? I've got a lot of moving averages and stuff on here as well too, guys. Don't worry about that, okay? Firstly, guys, as you can see, I start with a blank screen like this. I like to do most of my analysis just by looking at a screen like this, squeezing it up. looking at the flow, looking at the peaks and troughs, because that's the most important thing. Okay, so looking at what we're seeing here right now, the RSI is not in the overbought section, but you can see how fast this has just run up, right? And you can see where it is right now. Again, guys, you've got to look at the probability of this. Doesn't mean happen all the time, but every time we've gotten, especially, look at these extreme levels on the top here, right? Just extreme levels, these extreme levels there, and plus also through here as well too. So again, it doesn't happen all the time, guys, and you can't just say one thing, but generally speaking, that is the sign that we're getting ready for a move down. Now, again, guys, you've got to start with what the market is doing. Now, if you go and have a look at the price action again, and really have a look at what the actual price is doing, you can see that the market starts to go with the market. I've actually mentioned this pattern to you guys a while ago, but if the market runs up like this, runs up, it's two sort of things happen in the market, guys, where the market will run up and then have a nice pullback and then it will run up. Okay, that's one scenario. The second scenario is the market will run up, but it will keep running up like this. This is a very similar thing that's happening with gold right now. So you can see the market will run up and the market will just continue going up and step up. Well, that's what's been happening right now. It's been stepping up through here. That's actually a weak sign. And the reason why it's a weak sign is because we get strong buyers, weak sellers. So strong buyers, weak sellers, followed by strong buyers. This here, we get strong buyers, followed by weak buyers, followed by strong sellers. So, and if you look at that, that's how the markets work. And if I go have a look at my Nasdaq chart, let me go have a look at my Nasdaq chart here, and I want to show you this here because I was actually calling this type of pattern back in the Nasdaq. That's the reason I'm bringing the Nasdaq back up here again. Before the whole Brexit thing happened, I was actually saying, if you guys remember, look at this price action here. We had this big run up. We've got these strong buyers. Now we've got these weaker buyers going through here. That equals what? Strong sellers, right? We get this snapback, and you can see that's a same pattern there through there. Makes sense, guys? So I hope you can see that's what I'm seeing now on that, and you can see what's been happening here on the Nasdaq as well too. Let me just go have a look at the indicators just quickly. On that, pretty much nothing going on through there. The one thing that I really am watching, guys, is the transportation average. We are getting ready for a sharp pullback. This thing has just exploded, guys. Okay, just vertically exploded to the high side, and I don't see a lot more upside coming. It just doesn't. No. I see a nice pullback coming. Again, it may be a crash, it may not be, but I see a nice pullback coming. You can see how vertical this move has been. And again, guys, I'm not trying to be right. I'm not trying to be wrong. I'm not trying to do anything like that. I'm just showing you evidence. Remember the Bitcoin chart, right? When the market took off a lot. Now, yes, it still can go up a little bit more, but the odds are like 90% chance of it having a nice pullback, and like a 10, maybe 20% chance of it continuing up. You know what I mean? Like a probability side thing. So you can see what's happening through there. Now, if I show you my indicators, especially on my indicators, you can see what's happening through here. Look at this. Look where the RSI is right now. Look how high it is. It's higher than any time before. And obviously, look at this stochastic as well too. So this is way overbought. We've had a big, huge run up. We're due for a pullback anyway. We're getting stochastics overbought. We're getting RSI way overbought more than ever before. And we're getting tapering off volume. So as this market's going up, the volume's tapering down. That tells me we're getting ready to revert the price action on the move that actually happened moving up. So let's go have a quick look at, say, for example, the Russell 3000, similar thing on the indicators, and moving forward, Russell 2000, again, same thing. You can see even the Russell 2000, really just a big move up, tapering off in volume. We had some decent volume for a couple of days, and then just in the last couple of days, it just completely dropped off. Guys, that's the reason why I'm saying we're likely to pull back. Again, it may be tonight. Who knows? So there we go. All right. So you can see what I'm saying there, guys. All right. Now let's go have a look at silver and gold here for a minute. Let's go have a look at silver and gold, and I want to share with you again. Let's go back to the price patterns, okay? The price patterns of what the market does and the reason why it does it, and so on and so forth. So remember I said before, right, that when the market has a big run up like that, and then has this like sort of upward sort of flag, strong buyers, weak buyers, it generally leads into strong sellers, as you can see there, right? Look at this here, strong buyers, and you have this sort of upward movement through there, and then it came down. So that's how the markets work, right? So you can see here, what's happened through here, we had this strong buyers, strong sellers, and now we're getting like this sort of downward movement. Again, it doesn't mean it can't keep going down, guys, because sometimes it does. But looking at this price pattern, this is actually a reversal pattern. That means we're likely to start getting this sort of action, because it's basically the opposite. Make sense? So you can see that's what's happening with silver, and look what's happening with gold as well too. Now gold is doing something different, right? We had this big strong move down, and the gold looks like it's trying to build some sort of a bear flag. Strong sellers, and now we're doing this sort of action through here. So gold is actually looking weaker than silver. Now that's what I want to share with you. Now let's go and have a look at the indicators here for a minute. So let's go back to gold. Oh, let's go back to silver, should I say? And let me show you what I'm seeing through here, and what potentially, remember I said before about that divergence, right? This doesn't mean it's going to happen, guys, but you know, no one knows what's going to happen, but we can use everything we have to our arsenal to help us gauge what could potentially happen. That's all we can do, right? So by looking at what I shared with you a minute ago, what I shared with you a minute ago about especially silver, about having this sort of downward channel, is a reversal pattern. Not only that, but we had this downward channel through there, and we had this overall long-term support level coming through here as well too. So we're at a bit of a support line here, so to speak, as well. All right. Now, not only that, but what else do we have? We have our stochastics down here, and every time we've gotten down the bottom here, we've had some sort of turning point in the market. So it's just happened every single time. We've actually turned, and you can see this last one here is where we are right now. So it looks like we're getting ready for another turn. Last time we're down here was this point through here. That point through there was that point through there. That point through there was that point through there. Again, that point through there was that point through there. That point through there was that point through there. You know what I mean? And you can just simply go on and on and on and on with this actual market here. So we can actually see, guys, what's going on through there. All right, you can see that how I'm building my again, guys, this could mean completely nothing. We could just have another 5% drop to the downside, and this mean completely nothing. But again, I'm just showing you what I'm seeing right now. It's like what's happening right now. And on top of that, if we do start to turn around, well, guess what's likely to happen? We are now likely to get this divergence, right? Where the market has made this lower low, but we're getting this major higher low on the actual price action itself. And then that starts to build the divergence. Now, divergence really work really well in the markets. You know, you can see here, right? We had this lower low, we had this sort of double top formation, and we had a divergence through there. We had this sort of nice divergence coming up through there as this market was going sideways, slightly down. Guess what was happening? The RSI was building strength and building strength and building strength, and then the market popped. The RSI is the RSI, guys, is a pretty amazing indicator. It really is. But in conjunction with the stochastics, I find that I can gauge. Again, guys, if this confuses the hell out of you, then don't do anything. You know what I mean? Just don't do anything. Just follow the price action. Now let's go have a look at gold here for a minute. Now with gold is doing a very similar thing when it comes to support lines. As you can see, we have this support line coming down through here. Now, as you can see that it bounced off their support, bounced off their support, it bounced off their support, and now we're at that support level again. But look where we are right now with the stochastics getting down here. And that time, let me actually just bring up. Let me bring it back up. Geez, what was that? Look at that. All right, let me just do that again. So you can see this market's come down through here, okay? And every time, let me just use that there. Every time the stochastics down here, and that's that point where we are right now. Look at this time down here, and that was that point through there before we got a small little rally. That was that small little point through there. That was that point through there as well. That was that point through there. So again, guys, doesn't mean we're going to get a strong rally. Doesn't mean we're going to get a strong rally, but the odds of the market having a rally are quite strong. Look at that point through there and that point through there. So it's showing a lot of strength. And once again, guys, you can start to see that as this market's made a major lower low on support, this RSI is starting to build a bit of strength through here. So it's really interesting. Coupled with that, with what I said before about how we've actually had this sort of stop and reverse pattern. If you guys watch what I said before, watch what I said last week where the market found support, or watch what I said yesterday where the market found support, came back down, held this support here, and now now if we do take off, along with the indicators, this is now starting to, can you see what I'm saying here, guys? It's now starting to build a picture. All right, if you don't know what I'm talking about with that stop and reverse pattern, go watch yesterday's video because you'll be able to see that. Now, a lot of people are saying to me, John, UUP is still going up, or the US dollar is still going up. Yes, it is. It is still going up. But look what I am noticing, like just really noticing here. Price action is still going up, and that's what's happening, but we're getting ready for some sort of turning point. Look at this here, guys. Look at this. Because this is really strong to see what we're happening. Okay, you can see where the market is right now. Let's just go back to the RSI. This is where the RSI was through here last time I got up to there, and that was that turning point through there. Funny enough, look what we also got. We had this sort of strong buys, and then we had this sort of weak buys. See that through there, and then we had a channel. I know it's small, but you can see what's happening through there. So that was that point through there. This point through here was that point through there. That point through there was that point through there. That didn't really do anything. Let's see. Okay, so we had this point through here was that sort of point through there somewhere, and we had a small pullback. Now you can see the market's rallied back up again. Same with the stochastics, but this time is actually a lot weaker, right? Because look, we're potentially getting that sort of divergence on the indicators, showing us that we may be getting some sort of turning point. It's very interesting to see what is going on with the US dollar, and now in conjunction with the gold chart as well too, you can actually start to see what's really going on and what's really happening in these markets. Make sense, guys? So you can see that through there, and what I'm talking about that when it comes to that. So guys, there's my little update for you guys when it comes to the markets. They're very big support of the evidence. You can see what's actually happening through here as well too. And if I bring up, say, even like the VIX, guys, the VIX, some people are worried about the VIX, but you can see here, every time the VIX, same thing, every time the VIX gets down the bottom here, you can see, let's actually go bring this up here. Every time we've gotten down here, we've actually got some sort of turning point. We're getting back down way back down here as well too. So looks like to me, guys, as you can see, it looks like everything's going to start to fall into play. The stock market's about to come off. The gold and silver are about to rally, and the VIX is about to spike. That's just what I'm seeing. Now again, whether that happens tonight or a couple of days from now, I can see moving in over the next week. I can start to see that planning out. Spike in VIX, US stock market coming off, and gold and silver having a rally. So, and you can see what I'm saying with the case scenario there. So anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this. If you'd like to get my help, there's a link in the description to get a coaching call with me. Remember, success can be yours if you go claim it. So step up, take massive action, and face your fears today. I'm not going to BS you here. Trading is hard. Over my 10 years of trading, I've learned some amazing systems and strategies, and I've put it all in my brand new Grab the Markets by the Balls course, and I'm giving you 100% free access. This whole course is 12 videos long and almost 10 hours of the best systems and strategies that I know. Click on the image below now to get 100% free access right now.